What's up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF coming to you guys with a post-game recap after this horrific showing, poor excuse of a basketball game that the Lakers just put up. Now, I'm definitely, if you guys are faint of heart and you guys don't want to hear the truth, then you can tune away from this channel right now because I'm definitely going to go in on some people. I am extremely upset with what I just saw. I wanted to gouge my eyeballs out from the anger because this is garbage, guys. Everything from the effort to the basketball IQ to the shot selection to the coaching rotations to it just I'm definitely going to tell you guys something right now. All right. Everybody's been on Luke Walton. Okay. Everybody has been on Luke Walton. I have been very patient. Tonight is he's on his last legs with me because he did something that no basketball coach with good IQ does. How does the Washington Wizards sub in John Wall and Bradley Beal and you leave Tyler Ennis and some other guard out there, or what was it, Josh Hart, to get torched for like the next 4 to 5 possessions after we make a run, guys? Just, I honestly, I do not understand what Luke Walton is doing. He truly frustrated me today. I am almost hopping on board with you guys that say fire Luke Walton. If he continues to show low basketball IQ as a head coach, I'm gonna be livid. Another thing is, what are the Lakers doing? If your 3-point shot is not falling, why you keep jacking up 3-pointers, Lonzo Ball and Cantavius Caldwell-Pope? Why do you guys keep jacking up 3-pointers? Where's the basketball IQ? Why don't they go inside and get a higher percentage bucket? By the way, we are atrocious at fast breaking, guys. We go 1-on-2 and we throw up little, like we basically just flip the ball out there. We use no English. We don't use the backboard. We don't use finger roll. We don't use anything. This is frustrating, guys. This is frustrating because we're capable of so much better than this. We showed our potential. We have shown it. So don't tell me this is who we are, because this is not who we are. This is a lot has to do with the coaching staff. Some blame has to be placed on the players. A lot has to do with the rotations. A lot has to do with a lot, man. Lonzo Ball, brother, if you're watching this video, which I doubt because you don't have time for nothing, but if you ever watch this video, stop shooting the dang 3-ball. Just stop it. Take it to the rack. Finish. All right? Finish. Get big. Use your body. Inhale the contact and finish. You have to work on finishing around the basket. All right? Free throws. That's driving me insane, guys. Free throw. We cannot make 2 free throws in a row. Our guards are atrocious. KCP, who is a way better shooter in Detroit, has been atrocious for us thus far. Lonzo Ball at the free throw line is shooting below 50%. There's no way we can win. Missing free throws, wide open 3-balls, missing layups. We give ourselves 0 chance to win. And when we do make a run, what does Luke Walton do? What is he, falling asleep on the sideline? Dude, substitute in KCP when John Wall comes in. Substitute in Brandon Ingram when Bradley Beal comes in. Match up. What is so hard about that? You cannot leave Tyler Ennis out there on John Wall. He lit him up, and the game went out of reach when it was a 9-point game. Luke Walton, seriously, bro, you're on the bubble, and that bubble is about to pop with me. I'm very patient, but I absolutely hate what he has done. Last game, he didn't bring in Julius Randle fast enough, and we got off to a slow start. And now this game, what does he do? He leaves the wrong rotations out there when they're bringing in their stars. Are you kidding me? That's horrible, man. That's horrible. And you know what? We have the right personnel. Another thing, I have to bash on Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez, bro. Brook Lopez, you're getting paid how much? You're getting paid like a star player in this league. And you're performing worse than a role player because even Aaron Baines handed your butt the towel last night. And tonight, dude, you're a waste of roster space if you play like this. Brook Lopez, what are you doing? Stop settling for 3-pointers. And when you get caught and you do a drop step move or something and the defense recovers, reset the basketball. That's low basketball IQ shots he's taking, fading away. What is this ridiculousness I saw today? I cannot believe it, guys. I almost turned on my TV. I was this close. I've never done it. But tonight was close, man. Because we're capable of so much more. I'm very upset with tonight's effort. Okay, I don't care that we played back to back. No excuses. I don't care. This is the NBA. This is a man's league. If your excuse is that we played back to back, then you're garbage. Okay? Period. First of all, we absolutely have to. We have to make a trade for some shooters, or a shooter at least. We have to cut Andrew Bogut, waste of roster space. And we have to get either Anthony Morrow, and then we have to go out and trade for another one because we do not have shooters. When Corey Brewer is taking three-pointers, I'm smacking my face, bro. I can't believe it. Obviously, the defense is going to leave him wide open. They're baiting you to take that Corey Brewer, attack the rack, or step in for a mid-range shot, higher percentage buckets. What are we doing? What are we doing right now? Everything is just, oh my God. We played so much better than this earlier in the season, and if this road trip, I feel like we've been regressing. They took away all my excitement tonight. Yesterday, it was bad, but tonight was horrid. And I knew John Wall was going to come out with a purpose. Every time we kept making a run, John Wall had a big-time block shot or a big-time dunk. Brook Lopez just standing like this. Bro, you got to swat him to the ground. I don't care if you get a flagrant 20. Swat him to the ground. What is this? You're supposed to be a rim protector. Brook Lopez has been inconsistent this season. Sometimes he looks like an all-star. At times even he's looked like a star, like a real good star player, like a top 10 center. And at times he looks worse than a role player. Tonight, flat-footed. Defense, non-effective. His shots, forced too many three-pointers, made none. If your shot's not falling, go inside. And if you're inside and you're on a double team, stop fading away. Stop taking little floaters over the lane. Use your length to get closer to the basket. Julius Randle, I applaud you. Julius Randle, you deserve to be on another team if they're not going to give you minutes. Because Julius Randle has given his heart and effort off the bench, and he's the only one consistently playing hard, even when he makes numbskull turnovers. He's given us his everything. Guys, I am not in the heat of the moment. I'm serious. This is atrocious, and it's not acceptable, period. I don't care who we're playing. First of all, the Washington Wizards have been struggling all season, especially on defense. They held us to less than 90 points. That's garbage. That tells you we have a problem. We're not moving the ball enough. First of all, we're doing too many ISOs. We're making ridiculous cross-court passes. How many turnovers did we have on idiotic cross-court passes, guys? I don't care what you guys say. I'm overreacting. No, this is not acceptable for a Laker brand of basketball. This we reverted and became the team we were last season. We were getting blown out by 20, and 30, and 40 by garbage teams. The Washington Wizards are pretenders. Yeah, they have 2 All-Stars. So what? We could have beat them. We already beat them once. Gortat didn't even have a great game. Brook Lopez didn't show up. Kyle Kuzma has been struggling. That's fine. He's young. He's a rookie. I'm not going to bash him. But come on, guys. Come on. Brook Lopez, where are you? What are you doing? Turnovers killing us. We're not taking care of the basketball. We keep flinging the ball up the court every time. Our guards should dribble it down unless a guy's wide open. And there was a couple of nice wide open passes Lonzo made today. The way Lonzo came out in the first quarter, aggressive, attacking the rim, mixing it up, penetrating and kicking, doing the right things, he didn't sustain that. He started settling. He gets tired, I'm telling you guys. With him, it's all about his legs. He starts getting tired. The shot starts getting flat. He starts settling for three-point shots. He stops looking up the court. He needs better conditioning. Magic Johnson was right when he went to scout him and they were turned off by his conditioning. A point guard to run the offense, the type of offense they want to run, has to be in tip-top shape, especially to play in an 82-game season. That is what really is the liability right now. He's not in shape. His shot's not falling, I get that, but he settles too much because he gets tired. I know this because when I go to the park and I start getting tired, right now I'm out of shape. When I start getting tired, I start settling for jumpers instead of playing my game, mixing it up. So it's all bad right now. The coaching staff really disappointed, guys. Seriously, John Wall comes in, KCP comes in immediately. Any coach with the right sense of mind knows this. You don't let a third stringer who hasn't gotten a lot of minutes get torched by John Wall. That's going to take you right out of the game. We're not tanking Luke Walton. Newsflash, we don't have a draft pick. You need to wake up, Luke. This ain't the Golden State Warriors. We're not... You can't have Sean Livingston out there, matching up with John Wall. This ain't Sean Livingston. This is Tyler Ennis, undersized, poor defensive, non-scoring ability Tyler Ennis. It's tough, guys. I seriously wanted to pull my eyeballs out from what I was watching on TV. This is not, and I know Magic Johnson has to do something. He can't be like Mitch and sit on his hands. There needs to be a trade or a free agent move or something where we have to bring in shooters. Corey Brewer, love his effort in defense. Horrible at scoring. He's a liability on the floor. Since we took out Kyle Kuzma and he replaced him, our second unit has went down. We went from, unfortunately Larry Nance got injured, but we went from outscoring to everybody in the second unit and our second unit bringing us back to now our second unit is losing leads or making our deficits worse. It's just horrible, man. I'm really frustrated, guys. It's been too many years of this. I feel like Magic owes us. Magic and Rob owe us. They have to patch this up because we have a decent team to compete for the playoffs. We're not playing the right rotations and we're missing shooters. We have to get a shooter, at least one. Give me two, and I'll be happy. But give me at least one, and things will open up for us. KCP is not a shooter. I thought he was. He was shooting great. Well, he was shooting really good in Detroit, but he's very streaky. And tonight was just bad. He had some wide open threes. He had some lanes to the bucket. And he was missing some. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it, guys. It's just frustrating. We can't continue to accept this. This is not Laker brand of basketball. We just cannot be content with this and say, give them time. We need shooters. They need to do this for us because I'm tired of making excuses for, mediocre brand of basketball. We can't be mediocre this season. We absolutely can't. And it's going to be crucial to our recruitment of free agents. We actually have a shot because OKC's not doing great. Okay? We have a shot at Paul George. Okay? We have a shot at Boogie. But we have to stay competitive. We cannot fall too many games behind the 500 mark. In the next game versus Giannis, we're going to struggle because that's a hustle, hard, gritty team. And we're losing our identity. We went from one of the top defensive teams to what a joke. How is this happening so fast? Yes, Lonzo needs shooters. I agree with all this. That's what I'm saying, guys. Management has to do something. We can't sit on our hands. It's really horrendous to watch. Like I said, I've never turned off the TV on a Laker game, but this was the closest I came. And I said, no, I'm not going to do this. I got to stay faithful. But it's just horrible, man. Kuzma is on a 2-game slump, but he's going to come out of the funk. I'm not worried about him. Okay? Lonzo just settling too much for 3-pointers. Everybody who's upset with Lonzo, the whole team is settling for 3-pointers. When you're wide open, there's such a thing as called as a pump fake. Pump fake, get the defense to bite, and go out there, all right? And get in the lane, either finish, play make for somebody else. You have options. If your 3-ball is not falling, do something about it. It's just, man, I'm sorry. I'm venting with you guys, but this was just hard to watch tonight. Seriously. And I do not understand Luke Walton's rotations. I'm trying to figure him out. Some people say, he's trying out new stuff. There's a time to try out new stuff. And if you have a 10 to 15 point lead and you're in the fourth quarter with like 2 minutes to go, okay, try out something new. That's a perfect time. Stop trying out new stuff when we're in a game, in the heat of battle. Just stop it. That's what preseason was for. You should have your rotation set and you should know the basics, which is bring in, when the star comes in, bring in your star stopper, which is supposed to be KCP. It's just, I'm tired of mediocre basketball, guys. I want to have a team that we're proud of all season long and not have these horrible lapses. And I know we're young, no excuses. This has nothing to do with youth because even the veterans aren't showing up on a consistent basis. Brook Lopez went off for 34, 33 against the Brooklyn Nets, and after that, going down the drain. He's yet to put up a 20-point game. His shooting has been atrocious. His defense has been even worse. Dude, we have a good team. It's a good team. We're a couple of shooters away from actually being consistent with our shooting. And also, the defense has been inconsistent. Okay? Because some game, you saw in the fourth quarter when we started clamping down, we always wait till the end to come back. We can't do that. We got to. I said in the beginning in my pregame show, I said we have to start off strong. We have to end strong. I know the middle is important too, but the start is crucial and the ending is even more crucial. And it's just, man, dude. I don't. You cannot have setup minutes. If a lineup is playing horrible, you gotta yank them immediately and send a message like, "Listen, you're gonna lose your minutes if you continue doing this." So, just frustrating, guys. It was a bad night all the way around. Um, we really couldn't sustain any sort of offensive runs. We kept getting into dry spells. We'd score like 4 or 5 points, and then here comes a 4 minute dry spell. And then we'd score like 6, 7 points, and here comes a 10 minute dry spell. It's just. No, I'm not trading Lonzo. I'm not giving up on Lonzo. This is not a Lonzo problem. Lonzo's not the one that's making Brook Lopez not play defense and not score and settle for too many 3-pointers. He almost had a triple-double, guys. It wasn't the worst of games. He's just settling too much when he gets tired. It's a conditioning issue. Trust me, it's an easy fix. His jumper all has to do with him being tired as well. You ever gone to the park and when you're playing like the fourth or fifth full-court game, your legs aren't in it no more. Your shot starts going flat. Or crooked or whatever. It has to do with his legs. The coaching staff has said it. They're working with him. But it's tough, guys. I'm sorry I had a vent on you guys, but I had to tell you the truth. That's how I felt. Tonight was atrocious, horrible to watch, horrific. But I'm always going to keep it 100% with you guys. And I told you what we have to fix. We definitely, rotations need to improve. We have to be on a system where whoever's playing the best is playing the most. And whoever's having a horrible game is getting benched. None of this favoritism stuff. None of this, I'm going to stick to my minutes limit. None of this garbage. None of it. Doesn't matter we played back-to-back games. Doesn't matter. I think Magic will do anything to get it done. I expect a move coming in the next couple of weeks. Something has to be done to improve this team. Because we cannot have another mediocre season. We cannot. We cannot go less than 35 wins. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They owe it to us. We've stuck faithful, man. We've been faithful for years. They owe it to us to at least improve the team. A lot of people are clamoring for Mark Jackson. It's too early for me to say any of that. But like I said, I'm really not liking what I'm seeing of Luke as of late. I'm really not. So, definitely not Derek Fisher. Please do not bring in no triangle offense. Senseis. Bro, the triangle offense is dead in this new NBA. Just no more triangle offense. So, I don't know. Morrow is a must. He's a free agent. He's a great shooter. I don't see why he's not on an NBA team. But you can blame whoever you want. It's just a horrible collective effort. Coaching has a major part. You know? All right, guys. I'll take a couple of questions because I'm really, really not happy. But I'll answer them to the best of my abilities today. It's just stressful, guys, to watch garbage on TV. When you love a team so passionately and they put up those kind of efforts on back-to-backs, that's horrible. Luke downplaying in postgame? Luke, man, seriously, bro. I expected so much more from Luke. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate the positivity, man. Mark Jackson. I mean, I like Mark Jackson in Golden State, but I don't know. I'm not even going to make a suggestion for coach yet. Like I said, it's still early, but this is frustrating. Luke Walton is too buddy-buddy with the players. I agree. Sometimes you got to chill them out. David Blatt, no. Jeff Van Gundy, I'd like that. He's a no-nonsense coach. But again, I don't even know why I'm talking new coach because it's not time yet. Dan, do you think Bryant or Zoo should have a shot at playing? Definitely. Especially Thomas Bryant, who could stretch the floor. I don't understand why they haven't gave him no playing time. Dan, do you think Lonzo has a true love for the game? I think so. He's going to get better. The way he came out the first quarter, he had 4 assists, 4 points, like 6 rebounds. He needs to come out with that aggressiveness for the whole game, though. He needs to piece it together. And so far, Lonzo has not pieced it together. He has not. Lonzo Ball has not pieced those things together. We need 4 quarters of that effort. Very disappointing. Exactly. No excuses. I agree. 8 shots for Ingram. Yeah, man. I really don't understand a lot of this stuff, man. I honestly don't. It's like I thought we had an identity, but then this happens. Two back-to-back games of garbage, with the latest one being the most garbage. This is bad, man. It's just bad. My blood pressure is down. I need a Corona to get back to normal. I feel you, bro. I was just as upset. And I feel bad for being upset, because I'm normally optimistic, bro. But honestly, it's tough, man. I'm normally very optimistic, but it's tough to be optimistic when there's no positives. Julius Randle was a lone bright spot, and even he was sloppy at times. But I just liked his motor. Everybody needs to play like that. Every single person on the roster needs to play like their lives depend on it. But of course, we got some dudes just taking breaks and taking possessions off. It's just annoying. Yeah, Giannis is about to eat Saturday. Giannis is gonna eat. Trust. Dan, Luke Walton has to go. I'm sorry, Steve Kerr will rehire him. Don't be sorry to me. I'm not like buddy. I'm not like a fan of Luke Walton. I'm definitely not pleased with the way he's been coaching lately. If it happens, it happens. I'm just saying it's pointless to talk about it because they see him as a coach of the future, and so they're gonna give him time to prove himself. Trust me. It's not even that I want him to stay. I'm not a Luke fan like that. I'm a fan of whoever performs. So, I'm all for giving a person a shot, though. Don't get me wrong. He still has time to redeem himself, but as of right now, it's not looking good for Mr. Luke Walton. He had so much promise. He was so hyped, and he's not delivering thus far. It's bad, guys. It's all bad right now. Hopefully the Lakers improve. We absolutely need to improve in many areas, especially the turnover department. Guys, we make some silly turnovers where I'm like, what is going on here? What is going on here? Some of these turnovers we make, guys, are like, they're G League turnovers. Yeah, I would like any of those guys. We need shooters. We need a tough guy in the middle. I agree. I've been vouching for DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins would fit in nicely, and he doesn't take nights off like Brook Lopez. So that's why I say let go of Brook and get DeMarcus. Bring in Boogie. But the thing that upsets me, is that Brook Lopez is capable of playing so much better, and I don't know what it is. Lakers pick up all-stars or has been all-stars, and they never show up for us, like Steve Nash, Antoine Jameson, guys like that. I feel like we always get them when they're on the tail end of their career. We need to stop that. We start getting people in their prime. Like Kyrie Irving, when he was available, my gut told me we should have traded for him, but, Lonzo's future was looking so bright. Man, I saw him play the other night. I was like, imagine we had Kyrie Irving with Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma. Oh, I kind of regret that, man. We should have landed Kyrie, one of my favorite point guards, before he went to Boston. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. It's tough, guys. But let's see what the front office is capable of. That's what I think. I think the front office has shown more ability to make moves and not sit on their hands as of late. Starting since last season, we made a couple of trades and even into the summer. So I expect Magic to bring down the hammer. Something's going to happen. Odd man out. We might have to ship a couple of players out to get Dang out of here. But we're definitely going to build towards something good in the future. And we need to be competitive right now as well. So bring in shooters, cut Andrew Bogut, do what you have to do, get rid of Dang, all the distractions. See, ever since the Dang thing surfaced, I knew it was going to be a distraction. And today was even a bigger distraction with the whole Julius Randle doesn't want to sign with us for the long term. So maybe we have to get rid of these distractions and just clean slate again, like if it was a brand new season. But yeah, young teams get distracted all the time. Especially the younger they are, the more distractions. So LiAngelo garbage happened, little Dang happened, and now we got Julius saying, or reports saying that Julius is not looking to come back long term, or the front offices ain't looking to bring him. These are all distractions, guys. So that's part of the reason why we've been playing horrible. But there's still no excuses. So we have to do something. We have to make moves. It's up to the front office now to do something. They have to do something about it. They can't sit on their hands. I'll take a couple of questions before I get off, guys. Thank you for sticking with me tonight. Sorry for the negativity, guys. I try to stay as positive as possible on this channel, but it's just tough, man. It's tough to stay positive 100% of the time when they do stuff like, stupidity play. You know, a stupid style of play with no IQ like tonight. It was just horrible. Kyrie ain't baby Kobe. I know he ain't baby Kobe, but he has his team on the top seed in the East, and he's looking good. So we don't need baby Kobe. We need somebody to take over games and do stuff like Kyrie. And hopefully it comes over the summer. But I think we missed a golden opportunity to land Kyrie. Instead, our rival, the Boston Celtics, got him. But it is what it is. What lineups do you want regularly? I just want the proper rotations. The lineup is fine. I'm not worried about the starting lineup, but I want Julius to come out. I want him to be the first sub with Jordan Clarkson. Why does he have to wait for like a couple, like Corey Brewer, to come out first and stuff like that? It just upsets me. And then when star players come in, I want to match up. I don't want to leave Tyler Ennis out there on the island versus John Wall. It's just not smart. Not smart. So yeah, but guys, if you guys have no more questions, that's gonna cut it for me. I appreciate you guys once more, man. I needed to talk to you guys. Dan, if you were coaching for the Lakers, what would you do? Me, personally, offensive infusion. If KCP continues to shoot atrociously, I'd start Jordan Clarkson. I know the bench is gonna suffer a bit, but we need to get out to faster starts. So my starting lineup would look something like. It would look something like Lonzo Ball, Jordan Clarkson at the 2. Brandon Ingram at the 3, Kyle Kuzma at 4, and if Brook Lopez continues to play like trash, I'd even start Julius, even though he gets eaten alive in the paint. But so does Brook. So what's the difference? The only difference is we'd run better with Julius. So that's personally me. But I would just I would just adapt. That's what I would do. If Brook Lopez is playing good, leave him in the game. If he's not, sub in Julius. Or give Thomas Bryant some run. You know, you got to find a solution. You cannot just sit on your hands and allow us to get destroyed. Period. No matter, I don't care what coach it is. But it's just crazy, man. Exactly. I agree. We're a young team. We need to start. And I get it. Julius Randle gets sloppy sometimes. But I'm just saying, play whoever's playing best. I'm not saying to start Julius. I'm saying personally me. If Brook is putting out a horrid effort, he's not even going to see the floor for the rest of the night. So he needs to bring it the next game and play smarter. I would be the type of no-nonsense coach. Like, you know what, Lonzo? If you shoot too many threes and you're not making them and you continue to shoot, you're impacting the team negatively. Come right here by the bench. All right? And then if I sub him back in when it's his time to go back in, and he continues to do the same thing, he's out for the night. I don't care if we lose the game. He's out for the night. That's the kind of coach I'd be, because that's what players need. In order to adapt, to buy into a system and be smart and run proper plays, there needs to be repercussions. There needs to be repercussions. You can't allow guys to just play ridiculous out there and then continue to just, swallow up all these minutes. Like, for example, Corey Brewer, you keep shooting threes. You know you can't shoot threes. Come over here and sit by the bench. All right? We're going to give your minutes to somebody else. Next man up. Just like that. Just like that. That's what you have to do. Mark Jackson will be a good coach. I'm not even going to lie. Jesus. I've always been a fan of Mark Jackson. I was shocked he got fired from Golden State. I thought that was unfair. But, it worked out for them. But at the end of the day, I don't think Mark Jackson did anything wrong other than develop young players properly. And players love him because he's a preacher and he just knows what he's talking about all the time. So, no. George Karl, please no. Don't bring in George Karl. He's a star killer. As soon as we get started, he's going to have problems with him. Brewer, Ennis, and Bogut should not get any minutes. Exactly, because they don't bring offense. They don't have any offense on the floor. Matter of fact, I get rid of 2 of those 3 because they've been horrible. The only one that I would keep is Brewer because of his intensity. But Bogut and Ennis are expandable, and those are 2 open roster spots to try to bring shooters. Just tough, guys. Just a tough night. Very disappointed. We regressed. These last couple of nights. And like I said, so many things have factored in it. Coaching is one of them. Distractions is another one. And just player IQ needs to pick up. It's not acceptable. Do you think another coach wins games? I think it's still too early. You can't... See, if you throw in another coach right now, players are going to have to buy into the system and all this. It just confuses them. It has to be at the beginning of the season. That's why I said Luke has to the end of the season to prove himself. But we'll see what happens, man. Is it worry time for Laker fans regarding Lonzo? Was he a good pick? He was a great pick. Look at the starting. Okay, who else would you have picked over Lonzo, guys? Lonzo has the most potential than the top 5 picks in this draft. Okay, Markelle Fultz has looked atrocious. Let's be honest. I don't care if he's injured or not. Even before that, he wasn't impressive in summer league. Tatum has been the most impressive from the bunch, but I still take Lonzo's potential over Tatum. We already have plenty of wings. We have Kuzma now. We have Brandon Ingram. We have plenty of wings. We don't need Tatum. Josh Jackson was one of my favorites in the draft, but so far he hasn't looked that nice. So who else would you have taken? Right? Lonzo Ball's obviously the choice. And Lonzo's a triple-double threat every night. He just has to be smarter with his shot taking. And if he's not making shots, don't force it, man. Who cares if people call you the next Rondos? Stop worrying about what people think. Fox is nice, but I still take Lonzo's potential over Fox. Period. Fox, to me, at his length, is going to be like... I think he's going to be like Dennis Schroeder. No offense to Fox. Great young player. Hopefully he proves me wrong and turns out to be the next John Wall. But I think that Fox end up being like Dennis Schroeder at best. So just using his speed. His jumper still struggles. His defense is good, but we'll see. We'll see. But I still put my money on Lonzo. I think he's going to pan out, guys. A lot of people agree. A lot of experts and they know it's just going to take time. So who was saying this? In Undisputed today, they were saying Giannis averaged 6 points his rookie season. Kawhi Leonard, no, it was Kawhi Leonard 6, Giannis 8. Some of the best players don't always put up numbers coming in. But you know what? You have to just stick with the youth, because if you trade these projects away, man, crazy. You'd be giving up a future star, Hall of Famer. If I was running the front office, NorCal Supercharger, first thing I'd do is I cut off all the dead weight from the roster. I'd probably, if there's no takers for Lil Deng, I stretch him because he's taking up a roster spot, and eventually we're gonna end up stretching him anyways. So stretch him. That's an extra roster spot right there. Andrew Bogut has been bad, so I get rid of him as well. Cut him if you can't trade him. Tyler Ennis has been bad. Cut him. That's 3 roster spots. And then you go after guys like Morrow. I think Monte Ellis is a free agent. There's plenty of people that can contribute to this team. That's what I would do as a front office. Secondly, if I spoke to Julius Randle and he doesn't want to be here, his trade value is mid to high right now because he's been playing great off the bench for us. So why not trade him now when he's doing good instead of, when he starts lapsing and stuff before the trade deadline? That's just me. If he does say he wants to be a part of the future, then you have to gamble and keep him because he's crucial off the bench. I love him. I love him off the bench, okay? Julius Randle has been nothing but great for us. And if that's the case, I talk to Luke and tell him to give him more minutes because he deserves them, right? If he has a future with us. That's how I would proceed as a front office, okay? Second order of business would be to try to snag an all-star. That's right. Why wait till summer free agency? If DeMarcus Cousins becomes available at some point, we give something up for him. You have to give up something good in order to get something good. You get him, and now you have a stronger recruiting pitch for Paul George or LeBron or whoever you want to bring in. You understand what I'm saying? So, first, cut the debt weight off. Second, fix the rotations with Luke Walton. And third, I'm looking to land a superstar now. Because I'm afraid that if we have a mediocre season, nobody might look our way again. Dan, what would you do with Thomas Bryant? I send him down to the G League, and if he's beasting, you give him a little bit of minutes. First, it starts in garbage time. If he shows up, he starts gaining your trust. You give him a little bit more minutes, little by little. It's common sense, guys. Being a coach is not hard. You just have to do common sense stuff. You have to be smart. Honestly, year after year, I feel like we have dead weight players every year that don't contribute to this team. Why? Why not have a bunch of players that can contribute, guys? Why? Why do we have to keep the Andrew Bogut's and Tyler Ennis's? Tyler Ennis was good for us last season. This year, not so much. Cut him. Who would I trade? Depends. If Boogie doesn't want to sign an extension and shows no interest, he can be had for maybe Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, and a couple of future first-round picks. You don't have to give up Kyle Kuzma and Ingram, especially if it gets down to the trade deadline. GMs just have to be smart and play hardball. They got DeMarcus Cousins for basically what? For Buddy Hield and a pick? Come on. Think about that, guys. That could have been us. But unfortunately, Mitch and Jim were running everything. They were running the show at the time. It's just crazy, man. We have to be smarter. It hurts. And we are fans with our heart. But I try to be with my head as well. And I see that things here, they're just not being run properly. We need to turn things around. I believe in Magic still. I think Magic is going to. I really do believe Magic is going to turn things around, but he has to do it sooner rather than later. But again, guys, I appreciate all the questions. Thank you guys once again. This was my little. This is the first time I've ranted this year, man. But it was frustrating, so I had to do it to him one time, But I appreciate all the love and support, guys. If you haven't already, please leave a comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. And hopefully you guys have a blessed night. See you guys Saturday versus the Milwaukee Bucks for the pregame. Peace out, YouTube.